Hi everyone. Before we get started in talking about lesson plans, I want to make sure you have an understanding of what to expect with this module. So during each of the videos, I'm going to walk you through each step of the lesson planning process. I'll be talking about all the constituent parts that make up our entire lesson planning template. And this is the template you'll be using this semester, as well as in the spring to put together your EdTPA templates. And so I want to make sure that you have a strong understanding of what each part is, what all the terms mean, as well as how you can master each section and familiarize yourself with it now so that when it comes to the spring and putting these lesson plans together, you're going to be all good to go. The materials you'll see in Canvas, you may have noticed already below this video, is the lesson plan template. The sample lesson plan, this is something that I wrote that I'll be referencing a lot. Bloom's taxonomy chart, as well as an IEP 504 chart. These last two are just going to be in individual videos, but I will be referring back to this template as well as the lesson plan that I created on the Giver throughout most of the videos, and so it would be in your best interest probably to have those ready for as I'm referencing them for each video. The expectations that I have is that you'll be watching each video. I'll be able to see whether or not you've watched the videos and how much time you've spent on each video in Canvas, but I will also be asking you to take notes. And so the point of the notes is actually for me to see your thinking, not to see whether or not you watch the videos, because Canvas already provides me with the data as to whether or not you're watching the videos. I really want you to take these notes and to use these notes as a reference point throughout this semester in the spring, because you will need them, as I said, for EdTPA as well as when you're starting your teaching in the spring. So there is a lot of dense content, and I'm trying to go through each part of the lesson planning template in as much detail as possible. So it's important that you provide yourself with enough time to complete each part of this module. Some of the videos are a little bit longer, ranging up to like 11 and 12 minutes, and so I don't want you to be surprised by anything that you see and when you realize how long some of these videos are. But I want to make sure that I go through each step of the lesson planning process in enough detail. Please jot down any questions that you have as you're watching these videos and bring them to class, or email them to me as you see fit. So real quickly, you can see the way it's outlined here. You may notice as well that the videos may not load as you click on them, depending on when you log in, and that's fine. If it doesn't load, you just need to click up here on the title, Context, Rationale, and Central Focus, and it will take you out of our course and into YouTube, which is fine as well. The only other thing I want to go through is the lesson plan that I created for you. Just as some background information, I'm making this pretty much up from scratch. It is a fake lesson plan based on a reading of The Giver. You have to imagine that students in 8th grade are starting The Giver, and I'm trying to give them some context for the lesson. So things that they'll have to know are character and setting as we read the first 2 chapters. And this is also the time when young children ages 12 are getting roles and responsibilities, essentially careers called assignments. And so we're starting the class with an activity where students are given random careers, and they have to think about what it would feel like if they were just randomly assigned a job rather than choosing their careers. And the point of that is to try to see whether or not they can empathize with the characters in the book. And so I will be referring back to this lesson plan throughout the module. They are color-coded based on sort of the skills and concepts that we're working on, and they are tied to the objectives and the assessments. You'll learn a lot more about it, but my idea for this entire module is that I'll be going through each step of the process by talking about all of the parts of this template, one step at a time. So I hope that you find it useful. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me in the meantime, but otherwise you are free to get started on your video modules.